Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Minecraft. Now, in the last episode, we started our Age of Empires 2 German castle build. And that's what I have so far. As you can see, I've been doing some bit of work off camera, and I'm liking how it's turning out so far. I've already discovered some of the challenges that are going to present themselves during this build, and I think it's going to be some interesting, fun challenges as well. Now, here is the main entrance with the stairway going straight up, and we've made the ladders going up here. Lit up this area. I'm going to put some trap doors here at basically the entrance to the battlements, and you can see I've done stone slabs 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, along with basically the buttons, the stone buttons, or not the stone buttons, but the stone pressure plates to cover the etched stone, which I think looks really good in terms of the etched stonework in the original castle design. Now, the only problem with that is that it's not going to be colored to determine faction like in the original game, but I figure some banners hung along the wall will fit that fine. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We've got the windows set up, and also due to the fact that there's a little bit of a curve near the base of each tower, we went ahead and put some stairs down along here as well. And I think that's going to look good. Now, you may be wondering what this is. The tower that's going to connect to this gatehouse is actually circular in nature. So it's the only circular tower in the build. Now I'm trying to think the best way to go about it. So I just kind of have this outline here, just to kind of help me along. But we're not going to work on that today. Also, you may notice it's a little bit greener. I actually went and took I needed some stone. So I mined all the stone out of this area and replaced it with dirt. It's already greened up quite nicely. And I remember I was worried about how big this space was going to be for the build. I think we will be just fine. I think we just got the perfect amount of land. Now, I'm working on the secondary tower right now, and here's where some of the challenges come in. This is actually going to be the entrance into the castle proper. I'm kind of curious, though, where that's actually going to be. If I want the entrance to be right here, perhaps, or there's going to be another floor followed by tower battlements. And I'll show you guys what I've done here. And you can see I've used these stone slabs to make kind of an archway entrance, and I have this bridge. Now, where we're kind of on is the fact, is two things. One, this is supposed to be a drawbridge, and they normally have looks like a string or something going along from edge to edge. I don't know how we're going to do that. And also there is a portcullis. Well, the portcullis would actually be relatively easy, I think. But it's getting a little dark, so let's get some sleep first and foremost. And you can see I moved the workbench up here. I think I did that in the last episode because I didn't want to keep on going back and forth. I am running a bit low on food. I got some grain growing right now because I want to get a chicken. I want to start getting livestock farms set up somewhere nearby so I don't have to worry about the meat issue. Now, what we could do right here is I've got some fence. And I guess we could do it like that, since they all kind of meet up. And it's not exactly a rope or anything, it's kind of in the ether what exactly this is on the castle design. So let me go down here and actually see how that looks. And I think that looks a bit rubbish, actually. I guess we could put in like actual just spruce wood. That could work, I guess. This might be one of these details that we need to take care of once we actually get the meat and potatoes of the build done. Because I still need to work on the interiors and everything afterward. I hate those builds where people build the castles and just leave the interiors completely bare. You got to finish the entire thing. That's just good form. And yep, I am completely out of food. So let's head back to the little food camp here and see what we've got cooking. The grain is not done. I haven't found any skeletons for bone meal. So I guess for today, carrots will do. A well-balanced breakfast. Hopefully it doesn't turn my skin orange. That's tomato, isn't it? If you eat too much like tomato or carrots, like I'm talking about a huge amount, it starts turning your skin that color. I saw that on an episode of Scrubs and found out that actually can happen. There we go. So let's finish this tower. And like I said before, these back walls, this one and this one, are probably going to be replaced as I start adding more of the castle in. This tower is actually a little bit wider than this one, but it's the same thickness, I guess is the best way I can put it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7, and we got 7 here, and I think instead, this was a 7 by 7 tower, this is a 7 by 9 tower. And then it's 11 if you count the little edge here that I've made with the steps. So we've got plenty of stone. Let's go ahead and get to it so guys can see. We need to do the portcullis though. That's one thing I really do want to add in, is the portcullis. So this is a proof of concept. I normally do this for portcullises on castles. And that's okay, but you really can't see it because of the curve. Can we add another one here? Oh, that might work. Yeah, that looks good. I think we're actually going to have to change that to maybe nether fence, the nether brick fence. Well, that's cool. That's just the shutting down on you if need be. Yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go with that for right now. Now, we have got to build another floor. And from what I've been doing here, the floors are, I think, 4 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we need 5 more. A layer of 5. I'm really liking this build. I'm really enthused about it. I didn't think I would be originally. I think it's like, I'll eventually lose interest in this. Not the case. I love medieval builds. And apparently some of you guys do too. I got some messages from people very happy that I was doing this. Also had some people wanting me to do an Age of Empires playthrough. And that would be fun, but I would have to do it with people that I know. I'd have to do a multiplayer series with folks that I could actually stand playing with. And this is layer 3. I don't know, I guess we could do like a 4-player free-for-all. It'd be a long game though. We basically just have to record the entire thing and then do some editing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put that there. Yeah, we're at level 3. So 4 and 5. And this will be the roof. Need some more bricks. You don't think these would need as many bricks, but they do indeed. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I get kind of lost in these builds sometimes. Now, here comes the annoying part, and that is working on the castle, or on the stairway edging. So there we go here. Let's go ahead and finish putting the roof on. And this, if you see at the picture, this is actually a 3-sided tower, and this builds into the main body of the castle. This castle is actually going to be pretty... I mean, if this is just going to be the tower, the other towers is like 2 or 3 stories higher than this one. There'll be so much room for activities. Let's put this ceiling on, and then we will... Well, then we may have to go on an expedition to get some more stone. And I've got 12. We're definitely going to have to go get stone now. But it's okay. It's all part of the build. I'm trying to spare you guys seeing me basically... Ooh! Whoops. Seeing me... what's the word? Strip mine for stone. That's pretty boring, I would imagine. And there's actually no... And on this level of the tower, there's actually no windows whatsoever. So let's go ahead and have our doorway here. And we only got 1 ladder. So let's get back down here because we're going to need to mine some stone. Unfortunately, we got plenty right there, this little quarry. It's one of the things I love about the extreme hill biomes. They are very, very generous with their resources. For the most part, I have gotten so much coal. Actually, wait a minute. I think I do have some stone in the furnaces. Let's head that way before I go on another strip mining expedition. And hopefully this will give plenty of time for the grain to grow. I just need a little bit so I can wrangle all this livestock over here. And yes, I have plenty. I filled these guys up for the most part. Cool. So never mind. I will be doing all that off camera as normal. I do intend to do some caving expeditions here before too long, because there's a very large cave system, I think, right underneath the castle, just like at the Adobe house, and we've got to go check that out. Got to go see what's cooking down there. And we do not have any wood. Let's get some ladders made. And well, bother. Oh well. We got 4 ladders. Is that going to be enough to get us where we're wanting to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially. There we go. Now, and I needed the workbench. Oh, lose my head if it was not attached, as I've said multiple times. Now, actually, let's just... Okay, cool. We can go ahead and do it this way. We'll ride the edge, so we're not having to worry. And hopefully this will turn out right when I go down and look at it. But this is probably going to be one of my larger builds. I think I've said before that I did a really large 50 by 50 castle, but I think this one is going to be a little bit less, I guess, uniform than the other one. I guess that'd be the best way to put it. And that's the okay, good. That is the edge. And it's starting to get dark, I can tell. Let's finish this up before crashing for the evening. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the lower part of the tower. The cool thing about this build is it's so abstract that the interior has pretty much been left to our own devices, because it was a real-time strategy game, so they really didn't care enough to do anything like that, and for obvious reasons. But I'm very interested in what we can do. Well, come on. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, fine. Let's punch this ladder. I guess it's just being difficult. I'll tell you what. Building problems. There we go. Until I can... Actually, I need to actually look around and see what this looks like. And drop down. Hopefully that doesn't kill me. Did the edges and whatnot come out all right? Looks like it. And then I suddenly realized that we are not putting stairs on that side. So let's go ahead and remove those. I guess we could do like a trap, maybe like a lava trap or something. But if this is going to be the main entrance to the castle, if we're going to like turn this into the castle main entrance, then I don't know if a trapdoor would be advisable. Well, I'm sure it'd actually be very advisable, but I don't know. And we'll come back for all those that we have forgotten. And if that's the edge, let's get that one and that one. Okay. Now then, we need to get these as stone. Yeah, we need to get to the workbench and turn these into slabs. How many I'm going to need here? First off, let's make sure we can do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I need 25 of them at the moment. And I'm actually going to need them for a good portion of the build, but I'm just going to build them as needed for now. So let's turn these into stone bricks, and then have to turn these into stone slabs, and then split those up, and it turns them into chiseled stone bricks. I need a few more. And nothing wrong with a little bit of a surplus. Now, this is interesting because from what I'm seeing on top of this battlement, a new tower can be seen. Essentially like how it squares off, like so. It actually, you'll see, and I'll just use this as an example, a new tower is basically like this, and I think it's the same size as that one right there. It's a 7 by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That actually would not work, because this one doesn't have like the curved ending, so it would actually be a 7 by 7 and not a 7 by 9. So if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the curve would actually of the tower would be right around there. Okay, I'm just trying to keep track of all this for future reference. Alright, so we will go ahead and make our edging here where we had the stairs. It looks all nice and pretty. I really wish you could dye these. I think a lot of people would like that. Apparently from how I understand, they've announced some interesting Minecraft stuff at E3. I had not been paying attention to it though, so I have no clue what they are planning. So there's 1, 2, and how I've normally done this is 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So let's see what we're doing here. And well, what we might do with this large one is just have like that, because we had to do it like, oh, I guess we could do it for the other ones too, for that one too. Because I think that works out just as well. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's see what that looks at. What I'm going to do here is remove that longer one there at the top, or the taller one, and just make it a single slab. Which means that we lose the torch, but that's okay. We can find other places for the torch. And we need some more slabs anyway. That's not going to do it. Gotta remember, the top of the tower is now dark. Yeah, I think that works out fine. That kind of goes along with the main castle design for Age of Empires, because the corner ones are a bit taller than the middle. So let's get some stone here. Let's get, just for the sake of argument, let's get 60 of these bad boys made. I don't know how many towers that's actually going to build for us, but it should make a sizable little dent. And two. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. That was just me being a derp. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah. Oh, because we're doing the 9 thing. I see. I see. So we got to make everything fit, right? But if the tower's built, there's probably no need for this. So let's go ahead and put that one slab down, and we'll have to come back, because I don't know how big we actually want to make, or how the curve of the tower is. Just maybe something to identify it as sticking through this area. So if we did, like, just bear with me here, and that right there is the corner of the tower, and then this is essentially the castle, the keep wall. You could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we destroy that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might work. That actually might work out perfectly. Yeah, why not? Why not? And if we don't like it, we can change it later. And then that'll go into the wall. Ooh, I nearly fell off there to my death, because that definitely would have been death. And then we'll just put that brick there so we can see what that looks like. Excellent. Now, I know it probably is messing with some people's feng shui, but it will make sense, guys, I promise. So let's see what that looks like from the outside. Let me compare it to my picture here. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll work out quite nicely. But that one higher room, I actually do want to have at least one window. So what I'll do is I'll just climb up here and put a window right here. That's another one of the interesting little things that we can do with this build, is because I'm only seeing 2 sides of this castle from the reference picture. So the rest of it, in terms of how it looks and where the windows are located and everything, that's all on me. So I can make it look however I want. So that'll put some light, shed some light on the situation. And we'll put a torch there as well as a candle. And might as well get these towers lit up. Let's do... Might as well put them at the edge on these battlements. No, we can't put one right there, though. But that's cool. Need to get some trap doors made as well. And put a torch right there to light this room up. And it's getting dark, so this is very much the appropriate time to do this. And this one actually builds in to the wall as well. I'm going to have to look at that. See what I mean? Like if that's the wall would come in here and cut into the curve of the circular tower. Interesting, interesting. Oh. Getting a little too dark. Hopefully no monsters spawn. Actually, some skeleton spawning would be much appreciated. And we got a spider. This is not exactly what I was requesting. Ooh. I heard bones rattling. There's a zombie. And you're going to die before you get up to me, I'm afraid. Oh well. And we'll take care of that when the need arises. So I like the portcullis. Would you put a portcullis on that side too? That's one of the sides that we do not see, so... Maybe? Well, no, you wouldn't, because if this is going to be the tower, they could drop it, and then you could just... Yeah, the switch to open it up would actually be here. So this is actually kind of like another line of defense from here. I guess the defense for this place would be you'd have troops right here having the high ground shooting at people coming up the stairs, and then you would retreat over here and maybe drop the drawbridge and drop the portcullis. Okay. Well, I think that will work out. So you guys see basically my plan for building the towers. And that's fortunately we have a lot of sheep in the area, so we'll have plenty of wool to make banners. Speaking of sheep and livestock, let's see if the grain has grown any. Come on, come on. Oh, there's one. Oi, oi, oi. So it's when you stare at the toaster that it takes forever to actually pop. You're actually waiting for something, it'll take much, much longer. But okay, guys, I think that will do me for today. It's coming along slowly, and we're trying to figure out all the little details that's going to make this an interesting build. Ooh. And we also got to explore down there. Maybe light that up and clear zombies and other nasty spawning below us. But if you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.